King, you did it again.
Yeah, what's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today, we're going to be talking about how I believe Robinhood is about to position itself as the RWA chain. Now, we've seen Base as the AI chain as of right now. RWAs is looking like it's going to find a home on Robinhood for several reasons here, especially because Robinhood already has a bunch of ties into real world assets like tokenized stocks and things like that. So that's going to be one of the main drivers for Robinhood. Now, I gave you guys a few days to let this whole Robinhood thing marinate, start to creep up, just before I started talking about Robinhood as the RWA chain, because I've seen a lot of people now talking about RWAs, right? People are very bullish on the RWA, well, not RWA, sorry. People are very bullish on Robinhood right now because a lot of exciting things have happened on Robinhood. It's like the new chain, it's the new blood of crypto right now, right? Where everybody's going to be on here gambling for their memes and things like that. We're actually seeing one meme just go crazy off right now. If you have watched my previous Robinhood video, you would have seen this at $5 million market cap. Now it's at $72 million market cap. Why? Apparently the CEO of Robinhood followed the page of Cash Cat. So this is looking like it's going to be the main meme on Robinhood right now. So there's a lot of people really trying to get onto Robinhood, as you can see from Leo Trade's tweet here. How do you bridge to Robinhood chain? A lot of these bridges are down as of right now. Money is stuck, so people aren't really even able to get on to Robinhood as of right now because of how the inflow is going on. But if you guys paid attention to my channel and watched that first video, or was even in that Discord, when Robinhood first came out, I said we need to get onto Robinhood wave early, like we did here with Base, right? We need to find the arrow/uni of Robinhood, pretty much, right? This is pretty much the first day Robinhood dropped. I said need to get onto Robinhood to find the early plays, because we already seen some people already started talking about it. I was like, yo, we need to beat them to it. Simple as that. And we actually did that. We find some good plays on Robinhood, already positioned ourselves in that. So knowing that there's some bridges down as of right now, there's people that's looking to come onto Robinhood, but they're looking to come onto Robinhood to mainly trade the exciting new memes or potential memes that will be on Robinhood, of course, right? People are going to be gambling. This is just how crypto is. A bunch of degens pretty much. But what I'm positioning myself for is what potential actual RWA projects will be on Robinhood that we have the opportunity to get into. Now, why am I really focused on RWAs for Robinhood is because you can even see the CEO right now talks about why crypto is the future. But as he says that, he actually does, this is a quote, I believe the future of crypto is in real world assets. If an asset is not tied to an underlying utility, it is not a productive asset. Everything that is running on traditional rails will eventually become on-chain tokenized, right? So we can see some big things getting tokenized and put onto Robinhood chain. Obviously, we're very early onto this right now. Even when we ask Asai, you'll see that Asai even believes we're pretty early onto this idea and concept as of right now, because you can't even call Robinhood the main RWA chain yet because it still hasn't been legitimized. But just from the first quote, you can see that the future of Robinhood chain could be in real world assets, because the CEO believes the future of crypto is in real world assets. So we're not going to go against the grain. We're going to go with what the CEO believes, and we're looking to target some RWAs on Robinhood. And to that note, even though we're very early on as of right now, pretty much this is the RWA net flows in the past 30 days, right? Obviously, Robinhood just dropped. It's at 12 million right now in terms of net flows, right? So that's nothing too crazy. It's nothing to scoff at either, but it's a start. You can see Monad is losing. How you losing? Aptos is losing, right? But these are going to be the competition for Robinhood right now. I would honestly, at this point in time, I can see Robinhood at least flipping over Base, right? We don't know. XRP people, don't kill me. I don't really care too much for XRP, but we'll see what's going to happen for that, right? Arbitrum, obviously everything that's on Robinhood is pretty much built on Arbitrum, because if you guys don't know, Robinhood is built on the Orbit stack, which is Arbitrum's like L3, while Base is built on Optimism's super chain, right? So that's, you can see it that way. Now, a little bit more to this conversation here. As you can see here, Jeffrey Crypto put out this tweet last week. Last week, I posted about institutional RWA forecasts ranging from 2 trillion to 16 trillion by 2030. Most of those numbers assumed Ethereum is the base layer for everything that gets built on, right? But then also on Friday, Vitalik shared a lean Ethereum roadmap that says he will reshape almost every major part of the protocol over the next 3 to 4 years. A new proof system, new consensus design, new storage model, quantum safe cryptography, and private banked into the protocol from the start, pretty much. But getting a little further down to where he talks about RWA stuff, right? But here is the question nobody in RWA conversation is asking. If you are a bank or asset manager planning to tokenize billions, do you start building on the foundation that just said it's replacing almost everything, or do you just wait until the work is done? Talking about Ethereum there, right? The merge showed that Ethereum can pull off huge upgrades without breaking things. That's a reason to trust the progress. On the other hand, Ethereum Foundation just cut roughly 20% of its staff and roughly 40% of its budget, and several researchers left to form ETH Labs. Right? The team is doing the hardest work, is now smaller than it was 6 months ago. Now let's get a little deeper to where it connects to the Robinhood chain here, right? For anyone building in RWA, the timing matters. The 2030 forecast assumes a finished product. Lean Ethereum suggests that the product won't be really close to done until 2029, right? To 2030. That either lines up perfectly with your rollout plans, or it's a reason to spread out your bets across more than one chain, right? Robinhood didn't wait. They launched their RWA chain on Arbitrum last week with 24/7 stock trading and zero fee trading through Arceus. Now, you guys already know we talked about this the previous video. We talked about not RWAs, Robinhood. I keep saying RWAs, but Robinhood here. As you can see, Arceus here. This is going to be pretty much your RWA type perp dex. It's going to have everything for this. You're going to have spot trading for your RWAs. You're going to have perp dexes. You're going to have perp trading on this for your RWAs right now. I'll leave a link down below for you guys to actually trade this if you guys, well, not trade it, but join the whitelist if you guys wanted to, because you'll be able to trade anything up here pretty much. Obviously, you guys can see. I don't know why we can't use it in the USA right now, because our Robinhood is supposed to be a USA company. But anyways, it says we're not in a jurisdiction as of right now, but you guys can sign up for the wait list for the perp side of things. But yeah, this is looking like it's going to be a pretty clean perp dex, right? But the thing is, we're looking for other RWA plays that may be building onto Robinhood, right? So it's very early on as of right now, and this leads me to me basically telling you guys, if you guys want to join the Patreon, you guys should absolutely join this Patreon, because we are early to a lot of these plays here, right? As you guys can see, Robinhood just came out and we already got some good trades onto Robinhood. Not memes, but we targeted some plays off of Robinhood and made some stellar gains here from Raxel. I don't even know how you want to call that. From 377k market cap to all the way to about 1.4 million market cap. We got Project Vex here, 172,000 market cap, all the way up to about 624k market cap. So it's nothing too crazy, but this is just a start. This is just to let you know you guys got a group right now. If you guys want to navigate the Robinhood waters, the Robinhood hood, you guys got to join that Patreon group right now, right? And just that Patreon group just doesn't get you the plays, but you'll also get access to the best terminal in the game as of right now. This will help you guys navigate the waters from the bear market to the bull market to the bull market to the bear market, right? You guys get to see everything you guys get in this whole terminal here. I actually got some big upgrades coming at the end of this month for the terminal. A lot of different things we're going to be doing in this terminal here, because I just found out a lot of good things here. So you guys can actually watch this video here and get a little breakdown of how the terminal is going to be working here. And then while you down here, you guys get to use this code ASIDE 2026 to save 30% off your first month on Patreon. This is to help you test out the group, test out the terminal, see if it's for you, right? And if you guys like it. You guys, enjoy, stay to stay. But let's get right back into the video here and check out what Asai has to say. Now, Asai is always going to give me some pushback on my thesis just to make sure that I'm not fully going maxi on anything. But also the thing to this as of right now is things are so very early for this chain. Asai probably doesn't see what I see right now. So as you guys can see, pretty much the bull case on why Robinhood has a real shot of being the RWA chain. Robinhood's structural advantages for RWAs are not trivial, right? Distribution at scale, 25 million funded retail accounts. That's off their app. When they launched tokenized stocks in Europe, they shipped 200 plus equities to user base that already trust them with custody. No crypto project can match that onboarding funnel, right? No crypto project can actually match that onboarding funnel. No, Coinbase is good, but it doesn't have the user base that Robinhood has, right? Brokerage license plus real share custody. Robinhood could custody real US equities through existing infrastructures, right? So this is already good here. That's point number 2. Point number 3, EU plus emerging market wedge. Users can't easily access tokenized US stocks 24/7, but the EU and Latin America users can. Robinhood has a real legal structure to serve them. And in 4, you got the Robinhood UX, which is a pretty good on-ramp. I'm pretty sure everyone that has been trading stocks have been trading stocks on Robinhood. I've been on Robinhood since it launched, right? And now I haven't traded any crypto on Robinhood because I use more so Coinbase, and I got my own hot wallet and things like that. So I'm over here on chain doing the trades there, right? So I don't really need to store any crypto on these apps here. Also, the thing to that is that any of these cryptos that you buy on these apps, like Robinhood, Coinbase, they're not really your crypto. The old saying is not your keys, not your crypto. That always still applies here. So here, if the execution holds, Robinhood could own the retail first RWA layer by 2027 to 2028. So it's actually correcting me and not saying the RWA chain, and it's actually calling it the retail first RWA layer, meaning retail is going to be using this for their RWA exposure and not pretty much the RWA chain, right? So here's where the thesis pretty much breaks down. RWA capital doesn't flow through retail. The 18 plus billion dollar RWA market is overwhelmingly institutional. That means your BlackRock, Build, Franklin Templeton, Securitize, DTCC, tokenized US treasuries. These flows settle through Ethereum, Canton, Avalanche, and permission chains without KYC/AML built in. Robinhood's L2 doesn't have institutional credibility yet, and institutional RWA allocators don't onboard through a 25-year-old Robinhood account. I don't know why I keep saying RWA instead of Robinhood, but so this is the first pushback here. And it's pretty much very, very correct here. Obviously, there's a lot of different things that's going to play into it. I do believe that as Robinhood as a chain matures, because we're only like a week and some change into the Robinhood chain launch, right? So obviously, the rails are not put in place for it to be successful as a RWA chain. But you guys can also see Base has a lead, Ethereum has a lead, and RWA chain is a category error. The RWA narrative isn't about which L2 wins. It's about the primitives that capture the most institutional flow. Ondo's tokenized treasuries, Securitize, compliance stack, BlackRock's Build, centrifuge private market, credit market, right? All of these are actual RWA plays. The chain underneath matters less than the regulatory wrapper and issuer. And then it talks a little bit more about Ondo and Plume. So it gives us a little pushback here, as you guys can see here. So this is something to take into account. But I do believe that as time goes on, just like we've seen Base finally lean into what made Base, is it being an AI chain, I believe Robinhood will slowly become that RWA chain. We will start to see projects that are building for the future of RWAs, future of real world assets on Robinhood, right? But I want to know what you guys think about that. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you guys haven't subscribed to it yet, please do so. We're gonna road to 30K subscribers, and I'll check you guys later. Peace, YouTube.